Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is I got these snowflake molds from Shop Resin Molds, right here, off of TikTok. This was in my 2 pounds of molds that I chose, and I did pick these out because there's 6 different snowflakes in here. There's some bigger ones. I think that one's going to hold the most. And then they get smaller. Now, what I'm going to do is make each one of these as a glitter snowflake. So, I have measured out different amounts of resin. I have a total of 142 gram. I did 67 gram of part B and 75 gram of part A. This is my extra, which is almost an ounce. I've got 15 gram here. That's 30 gram. That's 30 gram. This is 15 and this is 20. Now, this way if I need any more, I got a little extra. But we're going to do different glitters. Now, I know I want to try out this Just Resin Mermaid Scales Iridescent Glitter that they sent me. This was in my free products. So I definitely want to try this out. So, we're going to do this one in the smallest one. I'm going to put 3 little scoops in there. And let's see how that does. And I am going to put all of this in the vacuum chamber. Isn't that pretty? I could put a little glue in there if I wanted to. Now, it doesn't really need a full drop. Because like I said, it's only 15 grams. So it only needs about a half of a drop of glue. So let's see if we can get that off there. Now, is that going to goop it up enough? Absolutely. That is goopy. So let's get this off. Okay. That one's ready. Give me a paper towel here. Next, I'm going to use this Christmas mix I made. I think that's pretty. So, we're going to put a little bit of this in here. I think 2 scoops will probably be enough. Now, I've already mixed all this resin up and then I separated it before I turned the camera on. Try to save you all some time. Okay. Now this is 15 gram as well. So we're going to do another little half drop here. Okay. And that should gloop that right up, and it has. See how gloopy? And hopefully these cups are big enough that I won't have to babysit it too long. In the vacuum chamber. Glue always takes a while to get all the bubbles out. Okay, so we got our Christmas mix. The next one, I have this blue and white mix that I've made. Try to get that green off. I think this one's pretty. Do just a little bit more. So this one does have 20 gram of resin in it. So not a lot more, but just a little. Okay, that's enough glitter. Now let's do same with the drop of glue. Just need a little bit here. See if we can gloop that up. Yep, that one's gloopy. I hope the glue doesn't keep it from going back in to all these little snowflake edges. But if I don't do that, then all my glue's going to, or all my glitter's going to end up on the bottom. And then I'll have a clear layer. And I don't want that either. Okay, clean that off. The next one, this is a blue and purple mix. I think it's really pretty that I made. So, and this is 30 grams, so we're going to do a little bit bigger scoops here. See if that's enough. Okay. Mix that up. Yeah, I think that's good. Now he needs a drop, because this is 30 gram. Okay. All right, and that glooped that right up. These are the ones I'm really going to have to babysit. Okay, got that off. Wipe it again. Now, the last one. I'm getting glitter everywhere. There's another glitter mix I've made, and this one is red and silver. I think it's red and silver is really pretty together. And it's the same, 30 grams, so we're going to have to use a bit more glitter. And since I can only get smaller scoops, we're going to see if that will work. And that one might need a little more than 30 gram, because that is a good size flake there. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of the extra and put in here. That's probably about 10 more gram. So we're going to have to add some more glitter to this. And try to prevent it from going into those other snowflakes. Okay. All right. Now let's see how much glitter. Yeah, that should be plenty. All right, now let's do a drop of glue for this one. I'm going to do a little bit bigger drop since I did add that extra. Yep, glooped right up. Alrighty guys, I'm going to get this stuff into the vacuum chamber and see if we can get some of these bubbles out, and then we are going to come back and pour all these up. Trying to get all that off that I can so I don't get it everywhere. Clean that off. Alright guys, let me get these in the vacuum chamber. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay guys, so I have everything out of the debubbler. So let's see if we can get these to fill up and not have bubbles. So we're going to start with this big one here. And let that little glitter gloop do its thing. I'm going to cut that off. With glitter, you kind of got to cut it off. Okay. I think it needs some more. It's kind of going a little bit slow. I'm hoping it would push itself out and go into every one of those areas. But it looks like it's kind of taking its time. A little bit more here. Come on. Just let it drop. Alright. Now, let that spread out a little bit and see if we can get the blue one. Just the blue purple. See what we can get him to do. So gloopy. I hope I don't get bubbles in these. Come on. Gloop, gloop, gloop. Trying to get it to drop. It's not wanting to, it's just kind of pulling. Okay. Alright. Let that do its thing. Now, let's see about this one. This one's got that centerpiece. It might be a little more difficult. So we got to get it to go around. Okay, let's see if we can get it to cut off. And get it to drop. Okay. Alright. Now the red. I'm going to add a little more here. See if it'll push out some more. Okay. Try to get that off my finger. All right. Or see if I can coax it along. I may have to take a dotting tool or something. Here we go. Let's try this and see if we can get this to kind of go down in those areas, and maybe then it'll help push it. And see, we got these little areas here that are going to be full of bubbles that we're going to have to work out. We'll have to work out the bubbles and try to get the glitter to go down in those. Otherwise, we're going to have some nasty little bubbles in there and be missing some snowflake pieces because I can see it. Okay. Dump some more of this gloop down in there. The red seems to be doing pretty good as far as pushing itself out. I'm going to spritz it with a little more alcohol. Same here. And see if we can get some more of this red to push some more of that out. Okay. And let's do the blue. The blue purple. I hate working with glue and glitter, but it's what you got to do to get it to not sink. Okay, there we go. Get some more blue over here. pinch that off. All right. See if we can get some of these to... Now these are going to have issues with holes. Get that one to break off. At least you can see through them, so you can tell what you're doing. All right. That to gloop down in there. We're going to have to try to get some bubbles out of this. Okay. Let's see. Definitely bubbles. So if I can just work it out. Okay. Alcohol didn't really help in these, did it? See these little bubbles all the way down in the corner? That's the ones we got to worry about. And it just isn't working. I can still see that little bubble down in there. It's like he just keeps on going back. I'm trying to pull him out. And he's like, no ma'am. There's a little bubble. I can still see him. Did I get him that time? That's a big bubble. And then it turns into a small bubble. And then you got the one down on the main end. There's still one right there. I think I got it. I can see him. Like I said, you can see them, you can pluck them out. Okay. That one's kind of just moved from one to the other. If I could get it to come out, then we'd be okay. Come on, buddy. You don't want to stay down in there. Oh, I just think I created a bigger one. Maybe a bigger one would be easier to get out than a small one, you think? Still got a little one in there. Okay. See if we can get some of these bigger ones first. Did you see how it's just moving? It's like, oh, you want me out of there? Let me create a whole new bubble. I wonder if I can get a little bit more. And maybe that will help. There we go. All right. Now, okay, I see that one. If I could get those little ones out. I think I almost have that one. Got it, I think. Now there's still one right down in there. Okay, I got that one. Well, at least we've almost got this one done. And the good thing about glitter is you're really not going to see the bubbles. But if I can see them and I know they're there, then, yeah, then I know they're there. And I can't take it. Now this one's got a bubble right down in the bottom. If I don't get that out, it's going to suck it right back down in there. Okay. I think I got it. Alright, guys. This one's got a couple little bubbles here. And I think we've got him. One more there. Alright. We're going to leave this one alone and say he is done. Okay. Now, pour some more green here. I guess I'm going to spritz a little more before I do this. I probably should have only mixed up half and done half at a time. But I didn't. Alright, now get some blue. I know it's a lot of alcohol. But there's no other way I'm going to get this to come out. Okay. See if that blue will do its thing. Alright. Now that green. Well, I just pulled the top off this. Well, let's see. I don't know if I can get that back on there or not. Alright. Here we go. I need to get the glitter to go right down in them holes. Let's put some more on it. Give it some more pressure to push them down in there. Okay, let that work for a little bit. The blue one is almost good. So, we just need to, there are some little holes, little bubbles, I think. I think it's more of alcohol that's down in there. And we need to get the resin. So let's see if we can get these bubbles out of this one. Come on, resin, go down in there. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of poke it around. Make a mess what time I'm at it. If I can get that glitter to go right down in those corners, then this one will be good. Go down in there so I can get that bubble out. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. He's kind of did his own. Alright. Let's get what we got left out, because I think he can hold it. I'm going to let it kind of do its own thing, and then we will we'll push it off the center. Okay. Purple. Purple definitely needs more. All right. Okay. Let that push its way out. And then red. I'm going to spritz this again. See if we can get that red to push its way out as well. Come on, drop. Drop, buddy, drop. There we go. All right, now, where are we at? Oops, don't want to touch him. He's good. Green we got to still work on. So, let's try working on him. Okay, there's a bubble. I don't know if I can get these bubbles to come out, because it's not wanting to pull the resin down in there. Okay, I think I got that one. I think I'm creating more bubbles than I'm getting out. I still see some bubbles down in there, and I'm trying. I just don't know how to get that bubble out of there. He's just kind of moving. Okay, I think we've got it. Now, do we have more green? He needs more resin. Let me wipe this off. Okay. Put a little more pressure on it. See if that will help it to come on out. Okay, blue's good. Purple is almost good. Let's see if we can get out whatever is left. Because it needs it. Okay. Just going to see if I can drop that right down in there. Now, I don't have any more of that. Those two are empty. And I dumped him over. Those two are empty. Alright, now blue. I do need to scrape that off that center. So I really don't want to have to try to trim that thing up if I don't have to. So, I think he's good. Alright, purple. Can I get a bubble out? Okay. That one's good, that's good, that's good. There's a little bubble here. Don't know if I'll be able to get it, but okay. Now these center ones. Oh, these are going to be rough. Oh, maybe not so bad. If I can get the bubble to pop and then get it to suck that resin down in there, we're good. So there's still that bubble. There it is. Did you see it? Okay. Almost. A little bit of work to do these, aren't it? With glitter anyways. And there's still a bubble. There we go. That one's good. This is our last one, and then he will be good to go as well. Pull that back, see if I can get that to pop that bubble. There's still a little bubble in there. This one's going to give me a fit. There we go. All right. There we go. Now that one is done. Okay, let's clean up a little bit of this before I can move on. Because I need that. Okay. get that off. And clean this one. Try to get some of this other color glitter off. Okay, let's finish scraping all this red out here. Alrighty, almost. Get all the red. Should be one little drop there if it'll drop off. Come on. There we go. Now that's all the red. Now, clean up some of these others. Okay. Try to get this glitter off of this spatula. Usually it'll come off with tape if I leave any on there. Alright, got him clean. Now, okay, where are we at? The green one. See, I think those bubbles are the alcohol that I have sprayed in there. And then when I'm pressing them, it's coming out. Now I do need some of that green to go right down in these little corners here. Do we have any green left? Yeah. Oh, not much. He might need a little more. So I may have to mix up a little more for this one, I think. Yeah, let's mix up some more of that. And we're not going to need any more red, so we're just going to use this cup here. And I might as well use the same cup, right? How much? Ooh, it's getting thick. Okay. He's not going to get glue, but I don't think he's going to need it. Because the resin's getting too... Ooh, it is hot. Maybe some of that alcohol will cool it down. Yeah, that is setting up on me. Yeah, we're not going to get this into that. So what we're going to do is get a dump mold. And we're just going to dump the rest of this before it completely cures. Wow. This is really curing up quick. You can tell how thick that is. Now we're just going to dump this right down in there. And we'll just use him for dumping our extras. Yeah, I should not have done all of these at one time. I should have took my time and did a couple and then mixed up more. Okay, is there any blue? There we go. All right. This one may not turn out very well just because it's curing too quickly. And I can't get that resin down in these edges. So let's just mix up a little more resin. I'm going to clean all this up, and I bet my red is doing the same thing. I'm going to mix up some that doesn't have glitter and try to fill up these little holes on these two. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. Alright guys, so I've been working on the red one. I think I've got everything down in the corners. The green one still needs just a little more. So I've mixed up a thin resin. This is my eye crystal from Resin Pro. It's a bit of a thin resin. I'm not going to put any kind of glue in because I think there's plenty down in there. But I am going to mix up just a little bit. I've got 1 ounce here. This is a 2-to-1 resin. So I have 11 gram of part B and 25 gram of part A. So just a little more than an ounce. Where's my shovel? Here he is. Now we're just going to put a little glitter down in there. Hoping this thin resin will work itself down in the rest of that area that I couldn't get. That's my hope anyways. Okay, and you can see that's like water. So, we've already got enough on the other side to make it to where it won't sink all the way. So I think this will be fine. Okay. See if I can get it to go right down in this one, because I think I've got the rest of them pretty much. It is, like I said, a little goopy because it's curing. So as long as I can hopefully not have bubbles, and I'm not going to guarantee that I'm not, because I think I've got alcohol right down in those corners. And that was my problem, is I got too much alcohol down in there and the resin didn't want to go in there and push the alcohol out. Okay. So let's just finish filling the back of this up. Don't know if I can get that off that little center knob. I might have to cut it off after. There we go. I think we're good, and I'm not going to worry about filling up anymore on the red. I think he's full enough. But like I said, there's a couple little places though, just a little worried about. There's a bubble. So let's see if we can pop that there. I just hope there's not so much alcohol down in there that it's going to affect. There's a bubble. That is going to cause places to not have resin down in there. We'll see. Like this one, this corner. I can't tell if that's resin or if that's alcohol down in there. And you can see how thick that's got already. So, we'll see. I think the rest are good. Alright guys, what can we do? Here's some more of this. So we're just going to pour this right down in here with the rest of this. Since it's going to be a dump mold anyways. Let me scoot him over just a bit. Get this cleaned off. Now, I need a new paper towel. Alright. Spritz me some alcohol here. I gotta clean these little pieces up. Okay, get those out of my way. I'm going to dump that here in just a minute. Sorry guys, I got to get some of this alcohol on here and get some of this resin that I've drip dropped up. Okay, there we go. So we're going to move the snowflakes out of the way. Now, let's get the rest of this glitter here. Okay. All right, that one is empty. Now I've still got some resin left. I don't want to do the green. I kind of want to, I mean I could, but I got blue in there, so I might as well throw some other kind of colors in, right? Let's try some of this purple blue mix. We'll just mix some in with this resin that I have left. Alright. Now I didn't put this in the debubbler or anything. This is a very thin resin, so it degasses very well on its own. Okay. There we go. Now, let's just see if we can get this to go in here. Be awesome if we had enough to fill him up, wouldn't it? But I don't think we will. I think we'll be close. But he'll still need some from another pour. So he'll move on to our next video. And whether it be a solid color or a glitter, it doesn't matter. We're going to throw it in here. Okay. Almost. Try to get all this off of here. Okay. I think we're good. All right. Maybe one more little drop. There we go, guys. We'll let all that cure up. Like I said, this little turtle, I'm going to let him move on to the next. And we'll come back for a demold when these are ready. See you guys then. Hey guys, I just learned this the other day about all of these snowflake molds, and I thought I would pass it along to you all in case you didn't know. But when we made these, they all have this hole. It was like, well, that's kind of odd. Why did I have to drill the hole? Somebody said you pop these little things out right here. There's 2 of them. And I guess you have to cut them out. But that is your hole punch. You cut those out and you stick it right down in there, and that keeps your hole so you don't have to drill them out. And it's on every single one of the snowflakes. So just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, I'll see you back for the final product. Hey guys, so all these have cured up, so let's get them demolded if we can and see how they look. I know it's going to be a bit difficult probably to get some of these out, I'm sure. Break the seal all the way around. Okay. Now, I know this opal is going to be really pretty as long as we don't have no bubbles on the ends of those tips. So far, so good. Okay. We are almost. I wonder if I can. There we go. Okay. That is pretty, isn't it? You see the purple and the yellow. Mermaid scales, I think is what that was called. But it's really pretty. I don't know if it was meant to, if you have to drill a hole through there, or, yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the green one. This one gave me some trouble. He's got some overage. We're going to be picking off all the way around him, I think. So I don't think tape will bring it off. We can try. Yeah, it's not grabbing it. Okay. See if we can work this around. Okay, I got this one loose if we can get him out. It's a good thing these are stretchy. This one's made the same way. I guess you're meant to drill a hole through those areas. Okay. Not as hard to demold as I thought they would be, so that's good. Definitely some cleanup. At least it just peels right off. Okay. Get all that off. You can see how the glitter did sink just a little bit. The second layer. The first layer didn't. With the glue, I think the glue made it cure a little bit faster. There we go. Some of those spots are hard to get a hold of. Okay, almost. Last. There we go. I do got a bubble here, and I've got one over here. 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 But that's all. Well, that's pretty, isn't it? I like that Christmas glitter mix that I made. Okay. Next is the blue. There we go. He's got to be an overage as well. And there's that that little hole. We'll have to do that part last. There we go. Okay. And all his little overage. You know what? I'll do that later, guys. But, oh, that one's pretty. I love that glitter mix. I think I like them all, don't I? That's really pretty. Okay. Now our purple. I'm making a mess. Now, we've got to try to get this loose. It's got overage as well. The overage is what makes it hard to break loose because of getting a hold of it to pull it out. And I have no fingernails. There we go. Okay, see if I can get a hold of it here. Maybe. I can't get a hold of it. There we go. There's that one. You know, it might be easier to peel this off now. Chipped my nail polish. And I just did them last night. Oh well. There we go. Getting this one started and then it's not so bad. Okay. And it's got a little overage as well. I think that was it. Most of it came off during demold. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I like how they all kind of sparkle. Alright. Now, this one's got a lot of overage. I wonder if I can get it off beforehand and make it a little easier to demold. All these little thin strips. It just peels right off. So definitely do this before demolding these. Sorry guys, I got carpal tunnel and I can't feel my hands this morning. Which is every morning, I think. Trying to get a hold of it. Okay. We gotta be almost all the way around. This is a big snowflake. Okay, I think that's under my fingernail. Alright, I think this is the last one. Okay. Now, there it was. Just trying to pull this without breaking it to get that loose and get that come off. Wonder if I can, oh, there's a bubble. If I can get each one of these to break loose, then maybe they'll come off a little better. Well, if I could feel, I can't feel the mold. Okay. Just have to keep doing it this way. There we go. That's pretty too, isn't it? I'm going to sneeze, guys. And I got all the edges. Shocking. Wow, that... just a couple bubbles on one or two of them on the back. Alright, guys. We'll take some photos. And then I will see you guys back for the next video. So, bye for now.